Check, check one. Yes, I'm recording.
Okay, I'm also recording.
I'm just gonna love saving this on my own.
Okay. I don't remember what I say.
Yeah, because it's been a few months.
You know, it's only been 1 month.
Has it really? I thought it was way more than that.
Well, no, because it was like the beginning of June.
You started off with a very stupid, because I watched it when I was drunk the other night, and you, just because it was funny again, and you started off with, good afternoon, good evening, and good day. But then you threw a fourth one in there, and I don't know what other thing you can wish someone good.
It's, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and welcome back to episode 2 of Humoraholics.
I hope that whole thing gets put in.
It
Just
is.
Okay, thank God, the whole kerfuffle.
Anyway, I have a guest, aka probably going to be the co-host, because why would I do this by myself? I don't want to talk to myself for a half hour.
Who does that?
You know, only crazy people. So this is Chandler, my best friend.
You're my best friend.
And the podcast now. But you know, I've only done one episode, but I will always start my episodes with a dad joke, and since Chandler is the guest, Chandler has the dad joke for today's episode. Take it away, Chandler.
All right. And if you've heard this one before, act like you haven't. Which state has the most streets on it? Rhode Island.
I hate you.
I can imagine when you look up, because I know you don't come up with them or anything like that. I know for a fact you look up best dad jokes ever, top 150 answers,
No.
whatever BuzzFeed article shows up first.
No, I have a dad joke book.
Oh, do you really?
I really do.
That's amazing. Fucking Barnes and Noble.
No, it's like one of those like old ones, because like I have a really old like book that's like the top 10 baby names of it's like
my
it's like
God.
no, it's like 100 baby names, and it's like from like 1960 to like 2003, I think.
That's the prime time where either A, everyone's just going to be Steve, Bob, Bill, and Sarah, or it's going to be like Apple. Like fucking, whose kid is Apple? Like Gwen Stefani, I think, named her kid Apple. I don't know.
Gilly is now currently trying to lick my hand and the mic at the same time.
Yeah, Gilbert got his balls chopped.
He did get his balls chopped.
And I don't even want to begin to think again of the video you sent me yesterday.
Okay, because they take like the actual ball itself, which is inside the skin sac, and then they just leave the skin sac.
So, I get a video from my best friend of her moving around her dog's empty nut.
I poked it.
She poked it. Wow! You know what we were doing at the time? I hate this woman.
Oh my god. I'm dumb, right? Everyone knows this. So Chandler was giving me his Xbox login so I could get the Game Pass on my computer and play some PC games for free.
I thought, hey, I'll be nice. My best friend, she can play all these games, you know? Like, she got Minecraft and shit.
Okay, so, dude, Gilly just sat up, and his sack is lower than what it looked like when there was a ball inside of it.
His balls non-dropped?
I don't know, but, like, the
I-
sack is it's just hanging there. Anyway, so we go through the process, you know, I put his information in, the password and stuff. Everything goes, and, you know, it sends a code to his mom's phone because, you know...
Because they made the account in, like, 2007 when the Xbox 360 came out.
Yeah, so we had to wait for that. And then it was like, we need a PIN. And Chandler was like, I don't have a PIN.
I thought she was talking about the passcode that I used to log into the Xbox, which is literally just the Y button over and over again because I didn't know how to turn it off. So I'm just like, fuck, make it just Y. So I thought, okay, hit Y 6 times.
And I was like, no, it's only letting me do numbers, and it's only 4 numbers. And he was like, I don't have a PIN. And I was like, well, it's asking for a PIN to confirm the identity. And so
I immediately said, Are you sure it's not asking for your PIN?
And I was like,
To which you said, no, it's asking for yours.
no, it's asking for your identity PIN. Spoiler alert. It needed my
45 minutes later. I'm on my computer that doesn't work, and it's running slower, like it's on like Internet Explorer, while Internet Explorer doesn't exist anymore. Like, it is the slowest piece of shit, and I'm ripping my hair out. I'm 2 drinks in, and I just have to deal with 45 minutes later, and then she calls me and she goes, so don't hate me.
So don't hate me. But no, because we were still on FaceTime. And
Yeah.
And he was still working on stuff, and I was like, and I looked at it, and then do you ever read something, and then, like, you get the words mixed up? Because I thought it was saying, confirm the identity for, his email and stuff. I was like, oh, so it needs to confirm that it's him. No, it was asking to confirm my identity. It was asking for my computer PIN to make sure it wasn't some random person on my computer. And I was just like, oh. And I put in my password, like my PIN for my computer. And I go, hey, Chandler. And he goes, what? And I go, so I found out what the PIN was. And the look of disappointment this man gave me.
I just started sweating in anger. I've never had that happen before. Just like in upsetness, I felt my brow quiver. And it was... God almighty.
He was more disappointed in me than my parents ever have been.
And that's saying a lot.
That is...
I must have changed my PIN 6 times. To 6969 every time. And when you told me it wouldn't work, I'm like, maybe she was just typing 6868 the whole time. So maybe that's what it was. Nope.
Oh,
Bitch didn't even... So, wait, I just realized that means you didn't even attempt your PIN. You could have just attempted it at minute 4, and we wouldn't have had to do any of that.
No, I never attempted it.
Yo, I got mad all over again. I just remember, like, it could have been easily avoided.
But I was too dumb. It's fine. So, next time you need a pin for something, make sure you know what pin it's asking for.
Yeah, next I'm gonna throw a bobby pin at you.
Every year, our friendship is that we get each other a pin.
So, I did a thing.
Oh god, yeah, the thing. What's the thing?
So, like you said, I'm potentially a co-host.
Yes.
But I feel like it's not fair to do so just because, like, we're good friends, best friends even. So I decided the only fair thing to do would be, like any other job, is create a resume and fill it in for you, and then you can read to the class.
Oh, okay.
It's a big page, but it's being sent to your mobile device.
Oh, yes, for those of you who don't know, Chandler and I live on 2 different sides of America.
Oh, yeah, I would have totally printed out, like, an actual form to give you.
Oh, God, it's...
All of this, the idea of doing this, I had gotten from a podcast a long time ago, and I'm like, yo, I should put my own twist on this shit. And so this is what happened.
Name: Chandler Margaret Woolworth Carrington von Shoemaker Chanel Astor Livingston Saint Exupéry Mountbatten Windsor Armani Roosevelt Von Trapp Wykenhamp Hearst Montgomery Rothschild Johnson and Johnson Twillsworth Dulce Gabbana Von Zweger II Montgomery de La Roche Geico Vanderbilt Lannister Von Buren Buttersworth How I Met Your Mother Ringley Louise Dreyfus Ludwig Morgan Stanley Demond Lamborghini Forbes Higby Winthrop Chanel, Remy, Martin, Fitzwilliam, Kennedy, Motel 6, Fairchild, Brooke, Pritzker, Davenport, Von Stolen, Monty, Python, Ellsworth, Aston, Martin, Havenbrook, Ziff, Launder, Hilton, Dupont, Kincaid, Winslow, Coors, Oviatt, Marlborough, Pembroke, Huffington, Bush, Mellon, Sinclair, Mellencamp, Starbucks, Van Dyke III, Montgomery, Marriott, Barrington, Chadsworth, Big League, Chew, Chesterfield, Kensington, Booth Bishop, Longbottom, Nottingham, Meisterburger, Burgermeister, Tudor, Habsburger, Rockefeller, Onassis, Brewer.
And I cannot even slightly begin to take credit when that is a Family Guy joke, but the fact that you read through the whole thing, I thought you were just gonna be like, look at a couple and be like, wow, that's long, and then move on. This bitch sat through the whole thing and read it.
Well, I had to explain to the listeners.
True. I especially love the just random How I Met Your Mother thrown in there.
Well, here's the thing. It literally, in the text messages, like it will take up an entire screen of just the name, and then I have to scroll to continue the rest of the
literally the whole stupid name is top to bottom of the screen, and then the rest of the resume continues.
Address 69 Horny Lane Drive, Avenue Street Junction, nearest Crackden, California.
Probably true.
Put his number and a very strange email.
That's not my number.
Yeah, I realized that.
That's my business that I own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Education level, ha! Exclamation point. Yeah, I don't think homeschooling counts for you, Chandler.
Well.
People would describe me as being emotionally unavailable, pathologically insane, a kind soul, pretty alright at puzzles, a twat. Yeah, very much agreed.
Damn.
Stories/incidents. Gilly, I am trying to read a resume. Can you stop eating the pillow, please?
Please tell me it's the Skyrim one.
No, it's this pillow that's in the shape of a turtle, and he's like chewing at the neck of the turtle.
Kinky.
No, he's like chewed a hole inside of it. And
Kinkier.
like eating the cotton out of it now.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it just fell out of his mouth and it's stuck in the cone.
It's like one of those penny machines at the mall when you like put the penny in and it spins around in circles. Cotton's just stuck in his big head cone.
Oh my god. Anyway. Alright, story/incidents. Once got put into timeout in kindergarten for dropping a single wood chip down the slide.
Stupid bitch ratted on me.
Wait, is that a true story?
I swear to God, all of these stories and incidents, 100% true. That literally happened. This little Dora the Explorer kid with like a pink shirt, orange shorts. I swear it was Dora. And she's just like, look what he did. And I got put in timeout and couldn't play in recess the whole day.
Because you put a wood chip down the slide.
One wood chip.
I got in timeout in preschool because there was a kid I went to school with who ended up being like the quarterback. He was
like the popular kid.
Yeah, he was so cute though. Oh my god, I had such a crush on him.
I couldn't tell.
Anyway, so in preschool he wasn't sharing the foam blocks. Did you ever play like they were like color, like they looked like bricks, like but they were like foam. They were like red and blue and stuff.
I'll pretend like I know what the hell you're talking about, but again, I didn't go to school.
Well, no. All right, hold on. Red foam bricks toys. This is what I'm looking up for you.
I mean, I know those little bricks of like when you put, it's like almost leather and it like shapes into a square.
Okay, no, they weren't foam. They were cardboard, but they.
I can see how you confuse the two.
Well, in my mind, I can't.
Cardboard is fluffy.
No, like I know what they look like. I'm sending you a picture of them. Because like you have to know what these are.
Okay. Oh, okay. I've seen those, but I've just
Okay,
never played
so
with them.
anyway, so they were very light and stuff, and those were like the cool things to play with because you could, yeah, Gilly, stop. Anyway, so he wasn't sharing them one day, and I've always been a kind soul. Um, and I
Sorry.
was like,
Cough.
people need to share, and he was like, not sharing. So I took one of the wood blocks and chucked it at him.
Oh my god.
And then I got put in timeout.
Okay, yours is a little more understandable. I just dropped a slight splinter down the slide, a slide no one was playing on, mind you. Meanwhile, you're over here and bashed his head in like in Cat in the Hat when he's holding the bat up to the kid with the piñata. He goes like sneaking up trying to whoop his ass.
And then in kindergarten, I got in trouble because I punched a kid in the stomach.
You are a mad person.
Well, in my defense, he was trying to kiss me. And I went,
Oh, okay,
no.
well, sexual assault.
And I punched him in the stomach, and then we went out to recess, and then he was following me around, and then I went up to him right in front of one of the teachers and punched him again.
Twice?
Yeah.
So, hold up. You punched him once, and he kept following you, like, trying again?
Well, I don't know if he was trying to kiss me again, but he, like, was following me, and so I went over and punched him. Like, I did the whole, like...
1,000% understandable.
I did the whole thing, like, I put one hand on his shoulder, and then I used my right hand and just right in the stomach.
I picture you as Miles for Into the Spider-Verse when he puts his hand on Gwen. He's like, hey.
Yeah, basically.
That's what he was imagining was happening,
Dude,
and then just...
I still remember that kid's name. I still remember what he looked like. I still remember he got sent home from school one day in elementary school because... Well, he didn't get sent home. He had to go to the doctor because he was peeing blood.
Dude, you like start slightly describing a story, and then you're just like, yeah, so he was peeing blood.
Well, like...
The key point, the weird bit of the story, you like know so nonchalantly.
Yeah. Anyway, back to your resume. Shit myself at a football game, and the underwear was found by staff 2 years later.
2 years of not finding that incriminating underwear.
Wait, I need to hear the story of this.
I didn't tell you
You've
this?
never told me this story.
This is my like go-to story when I tell people things.
You've never heard this.
Oh my god, I'm at a football game, like I was 12, 13 maybe, and my cousin had done football at the time. I didn't give a shit about football, and I still really don't, but I understand the sport enough. And you know how they're like those the metal bleachers, like the most uncomfortable thing for your ass since sliced bread?
Well, yes, I was in band, so yeah.
Oh yeah, you would, yeah. So, I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and like, I was starving. I went over, I'm like, yo, I need some chicken tenders, I need a hot dog, I need something. I went and got food. I don't remember what I got. I want to say, like, a burger maybe, but it was the most pitiful fucking thing, whatever it was. It like, you know when you go to a fast food place and they kind of just, like, throw the shit together and then wrap it up and just give it to you? That's what it looked like.
Oh, so Wendy's.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
So I crushed that. The next inning's baseball.
Quarter.
Jesus, that's how bad I am. Next quarter, I'm like, oh no, tummy grumbles. And meanwhile, mind you, I'm in the middle of the bleachers, like dead middle. I squeezed past all these people, the packed people trying to take pictures of their kids playing football. I'm like, I gotta poop. And I just go to the bathrooms. They had one man and one woman's, obviously. And then, like, a closet in the middle. But they had walls coming out around the doors. So, you couldn't look into the bathroom,
Yeah.
obviously. I almost bust my face on the wall because I was trying to rush but also look nonchalant. I'm like rushing and I trip on like a trash can, and if I did not catch myself, I would have gotten into a coma and shat all over the floor. Anyway, I go in, someone's in the only stall and there's no urinals.
God.
I'm like, it's over. I was looking in the mirror and I was like saying my will and testament. I was getting it ready. And the guy finally gets out, but it was too late.
Oh no.
The guy gets out. The moment I lock that door behind me, I trusted a fart.
Oh no.
Worst catastrophe. Well, I don't know why I did. I was right there. I could have easily held it, but I was just stupid. I sit on the toilet. I look down, catastrophe in the underwear. It looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Oh God.
I fix up what I need to, and I take the underwear out. My pants totally fine. The pants I was wearing had a hole because they were a little old, right where the anus is.
Oh no.
So if I wanted to take the underwear off, which I had to at that point, my aim was just out and about. It's just like present. And think about when I go sit back down.
Oh no.
It's gonna be I'm gonna have a cold anus on that bleacher. Anyway, bleach. Anyway, I take them off, and in the stall is like a big. It looks like a cabinet, like you would have, like a wardrobe in your house, like from Narnia, but it was made out of metal, and like the janitor used it, and it was a bunch of cleaning supplies. So I took it was very tall. I took my underwear, I threw it up there into a ball. It was disastrous. I left, pulled my pants up and all that, and I had to suffer through the rest of the game with no underwear. But in my head, I'm like, one fart and I become a funnel. Like, I'll be making funnel cake. This could be the worst moment of my life.
No,
I
you're the
cannot.
pooping deer from Castle Crashers.
The one that just sprays. Oh my god. No, so I sit back down. Luckily, it's totally fine. And I get back home, and I tell no one until like a few days later. And because it was funny at the time. Or at that point. So, my other cousin was at the same school, I think, and was doing a football game. No, I'm sorry. My sister was cheerleading, and it was at the same place, like the same school. So, but my cousin was also there. So they're teaching my sister what to do, like for the game that's about to go on, like the I don't know, cheerleading, whatever. Yeah. The pom-poms, woo, go team. And so I decided to go back to the bathroom because I had to tinkle. I pee, and I see above the wardrobe thingy the underwear. It has been a year and a half later, just about. I swear it was going to start becoming a clicker from The Last of Us. It's just growing mushrooms. But I could not... The funniest bit hasn't even happened. Funniest in my eyes, at least. I see that, and I try and hold it together. I'm like... Everyone who knew that story at the time that was there, I'm like, you will never believe this. And they wouldn't believe me. And I said, go look. And they're like, no, because if you are telling the truth, I do not want to see it. So... my sister finishes that, we leave. And then she comes back to it a few months later, and I'm like, oh god, I have to go to the bathroom. Now let me just see if it's there. It's gone. Which means some poor bastard was like, oh, what's on the top of the... Oh my god. And it was just a devastation on top of the wardrobe that poor janitor had to deal with. I hope it was a janitor, not someone over there trying to pee and they're just like, ugh. Literally tell that story every time a football game is mentioned because, or sorry, someone will mention a football game and I'll just be like, no, not again. But yeah, that's totally real.
I
totally thought I've told you that before.
That story.
Damn. Then what else have I forgotten to tell you? This will be good.
A lot. Anyway, you brought back a bird. Wait, you brought a bird back to life after it had been shot and then built a nest and had its babies in your lamp outside.
That is exactly what happened. We have BB guns, and my brother took it and didn't think he would hit the bird, but he still hit the bird, and it fell like hardcore and hit its head. And I run out there, I fix its wing because it's like crushed, and like I wait for him to wake up. Totally thought everyone thought it was dead, and I just held it so it was just, and then it like acted like concussed and dizzy for a minute, and then got up, and then just like I tried to like set it down in a nice place, and I was gonna come back to it, and then it just stayed around my house the whole time because I'm its savior, I guess. Bitch got banged, laid some eggs, And now we have a mom and 3 babies that just fly and go around my house all the time. And I can tell it's them because they each have a distinct, I forgot the word for the noise that a bird makes. Tweet. I don't know. I almost said bark, and that would have been the worst. you just hear when it's flying, and you're just like, what was that? But no, we got a birdhouse ready and stuff. They ignore it. They still use the lamp. But
See,
yeah, I saved a bird.
I've tried to do that multiple times because the camp. Well, we used to have a dog, a husky. Her name was Maisie.
Amazing.
Yeah, her name was Maisie, and she. One day I was outside and she was digging in the ground, and I go over there and she's opening up a rabbit's den and eating the babies. So, and I'm like 8.
Oh my, that's the day you became slightly more of a person.
And I get her out of there, and there's only one baby left. And I grab it, and I run inside. I'm like, Mom, 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 I tell her. And then we get, you know what we need to. Gailey, stop! My sister is walking inside, and my dog is looking at her out the window. Anyway, so I name him Hopper. Or Jumper. Jumper, I think. Yeah. Jumper or Hopper.
Hopper's the grasshopper from Bug's Life.
Gailey. Anyway.
Damn.
Hey, Gail. Gilbert! Hey! Shut up!
Please keep this all in.
Anyway. And then I keep him alive. Like, we bottle feed him and everything. And then he ends up dying, like, a week later.
Well, you did your best.
And then my cats like to get chipmunks. And I found one, and I literally got it out of one of my cat's mouths, but I couldn't bring it inside. I was like, Dylan, just watch the chipmunk and make sure, like my brother, I was like, make sure that the cats don't get to the chipmunk. I literally ran inside for 2 seconds. I grabbed a shoebox out of the back porch and ran back outside, and my brother was just sitting there watching the cats eat this chipmunk.
Oh! What a good job fucking Dylan did over here.
And I was like, what'd you do? And he was like, they were gonna get it anyway. It wasn't gonna survive. And I was like, that was for me to find out, not for you to let happen. And this was only a few years later.
I thought you were gonna have to worry about it busting into song and dance and get Theodore and Simon out there.
I wish. Okay. Kiss Peyton List at a water park. Yes, I know that story.
That definitely happened, and we will apparently never fucking find out if it's real.
Also, I just heard Gunner come inside because he always goes to the living room, and the door makes a really big noise, and so he ran in there looking for me because usually I'm in there.
And then you're not.
And I'm not.
You're just like, well, what the
But
hell?
I heard him. Anyway. Quotes you've been told. You look good for your weight. Funny. Be like your mother and get around. I mean, facts. You carry yourself with the confidence of a much taller man. I mean, you're 5'10".
Yeah, but apparently my confidence exceeds that. I've been told that by the male lady actually.
What that mouth do?
Yes, that was you. Literally the day I was writing this.
Yeah, you're a really good-looking guy from the scalp.
Scalp up, I think, is like my defining feature.
Even when you don't believe in yourself, you're probably correct.
Yep, myself every day. Words to
You
live by.
smell a lot better than you look. You know, that's gonna be me when I come to visit, because with all the animals and stuff you have in your house, I don't think you smell that good.
I 1000% agree with you, and I live here. I'm not used to any smell. I just walk out and I'm like, okay, that's a dog.
I'll be right back, just going to get some milk.
That was my father, and that was the last thing I ever heard from him.
Lookalikes.
Still out there.
Same, it's fine. Lookalikes. A young James Spader.
Everyone literally tells me that all the time, and I looked it up. It's pretty true.
Napoleon Dynamite during anaphylactic shock.
That too. Looked like that as we speak.
Scrappy-Doo mixed with Mr. Bean.
Which is very true, but also really funny because I remembered that Scrappy-Doo was Mr. Bean in the Scooby-Doo
Literally,
movie.
I'm picturing it, and that's exactly you. Strength. Amazing at bowling. Dude,
Phenomenal.
we gotta go bowling. I love bowling.
You would not expect me to be good at bowling. That's just one of the stupid things. Like, when I do it, you're like, holy shit, okay, goddamn. Cut to Wii Bowling, and I'm also
love
amazing.
Wii bowling.
Wii Bowling's amazing. I wish it would play online.
Can almost tie a cherry stem with my tongue.
Almost. Every time I get right there, I'll get a milkshake at Chick-fil-A, and I still try it.
See, I don't like
succeed,
cherries,
and
so I
always
never
mess
get
up.
the stems.
Oh, I don't at all. I take the cherry and give it to someone else, but then I'll take
Dude,
the
I'm
stem.
gonna start doing that now. Believes
Yep.
The Incredibles is the best Pixar film. Facts.
It is facts. I almost was debating Finding Nemo, because Finding Nemo is pretty good, but then I remembered The Incredibles. I'm
100%
like,
The
oh,
Incredibles.
well, yeah.
Twin legs are able to hold up my pudgy, misshaped body. Oh, twig legs,
Yep,
not twin legs.
Yeah, twin legs. I would hope they look like at least somewhat
I don't
similar.
have my glasses
but yeah,
on.
twig legs. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they have a lot of strength for being able to hold up whatever this
Facts.
is.
Almost beat Jonathan at tag.
Jonathan was the fastest motherfucker in my kindergarten, and I specifically remember him running through one of the playground sections, and I was asthmatic, and that's when I found out I was asthmatic because I was losing my mind. And I'm like, dude, you win. Oh my God. And that was the last time I think I ever saw Jonathan.
He was just
You're
a
out there,
figment of
Jonathan.
your imagination.
Yeah, my mom looks over, he's just like, honey, who are you running from? No, I'm chasing Jonathan. Honey, we're the only ones at the park.
You can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 17 business days.
That's on a good 17 days though.
Dude, I could never.
Yeah, I can imagine you're not a good Rubik's Cuber.
I hate stuff like that. Frequent explorer of McDonald's play places.
I love the McDonald's play places
Okay.
to this day. I don't do it often, but when I do.
Okay, so I have two memories. One's at a McDonald's play place and one's at a Chick-fil-A play place. So,
Oh, I forgot about the Chick-fil-A
okay,
play
so there
place.
was these two McDonald's they're not the one that my family would go to, but they're like, if we were out and about, those were the closest ones. And they're literally like 3 to 5 miles away from each other. And my dad and I went to one McDonald's, and I was playing in the play place, but they were like kids like my age and just a little older, and I was maybe like 8 to 10. And them and their parents were like swearing and saying, "Oh my God," a lot, right? And my dad was like, if these people don't watch their mouths, we're leaving. And then we left because they didn't stop. And then we went to the other play place, and they were like, you have to buy something. We were like, oh, and my dad explained the situation, and they looked at me, and I looked at my dad like he was crazy, and they were like, I guess. And then I was the only one in there. And then, yeah.
Wow.
It was,
That's a power move.
well, my dad also was, he probably was like, no, I paid for this. He probably did something like that. But then at a Chick-fil-A play place a few years later, my grandparents were visiting, and I don't know if all Chick-fil-A play places look the same, but there was this like little tree house at the bottom. Like it would go in, it was like you were in the middle of a tree, then like there was obviously the branches on top, and I would go and sit on top of the branches, and my grandma would get so mad at me because she was like, is there a ladder to climb up there? Then no, you're not supposed to be climbing on there. And I was like, Grandma, it's fine, I'm literally 3 feet off the ground. And she told the store manager on me, and the store manager comes into the play place and yells at me to get down.
Dude, your grandma's a
She
saint.
is! I love my grandma though.
That's unbelievable. Well, yeah, she sounds like a lovely woman, but fuck, that was just mean. Just let the kid have fun. If there's not a ladder on it, you're not allowed to climb it. Bitch, there's no ladder on your mama, but I still climb it.
Weaknesses. Terrible at bowling.
I'm the worst at bowling. Like, the absolute worst. Like, you would see me and probably expect me to be, like, at least a little bit good at bowling. No. Terrible. I'm also awful at Wii bowling. Like, it's really bad.
Has a best friend whose name is just the second letter of the alphabet.
Yeah, best friend, second letter of the alphabet.
Oh.
B.
Yep, this me.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that you and I are literally the first Wait, not first. Like, we're the second and the third.
Yep, first two.
You know what I meant.
B, C, A, D.
We're the second and third letters of the alphabet.
We just need like a third who starts with an A, but not my brother Austin.
Dude, I love your brother. He's great.
He's okay.
Dude, when people are like, 500 BC, what do you mean there's 500 B and C's? There ain't 500 of us.
Oh my! Imagine if there were just any more of us other than two.
I'm so glad you and I will never have spawned together. Because they would be
it'd be just minions if we had
It
kids.
would be so dumb. Has been forced to watch all the Twilight and is now a more depressed human.
I feel like my life changed once I was forced to watch all
Dude,
of Twilight, and it
I
worse.
was just freshly like 13, and my parents went out for the night. Oh my God, Gilly, shut up. And my sister was babysitting, and she was like, "Do you want to watch Twilight?" And Twilight was her favorite movie, and I wasn't allowed watching it because I wasn't 13. And so when my parents are gone, Tabitha and I are watching it, and my parents come home and they're like, "What are you watching?" Tabitha and I are like, "Twilight," and my mom's like, "Blah, blah," and both Tabitha and I are like, "Well, I'm 13 now, so."
Oh my God.
Kind of enjoys country music.
I do, and it's specific songs, specific people who sing.
Facts.
Singers, that's the word. But I don't like the typical like, I got my blue jeans and drink a beer.
My tractor.
Like, I hate that shit.
Okay, but
Yeah.
do you know what country song actually slaps?
What slaps?
He thinks my tractor's sexy.
Honestly, that song's very good, and it's ridiculous.
Often gets stuck inside McDonald's play places.
Yeah, so I go to McDonald's play places a lot, but like I'm a bigger gent at this point,
God.
and so I'll get stuck going down the slides.
I can't. Oh my God. I haven't been to a play place in forever.
Oh,
Dude, no, we
should
gotta go to one of those adult ones.
Do those
Yeah.
exist?
Dude, there's
That's amazing.
adult playgrounds. Yeah, it's like
What?
you have to like pay to get in, and there are some that it's like 21 and over, and then like it's like 10, 15 feet off the ground, and some of the parts of it you have to be like strapped in. But then there's
What
other
the
ones,
hell?
and like you can literally just get a drink and then just go play on this giant playground.
That is phenomenal.
You and I have to go to Dave and Buster's too.
Hell yeah, I got one in LA.
How far is LA from you?
About 3
Ugh.
hours, 4 hours. It sucks, but I mean, then you got
I
LA.
mean, that is true. I think if I would, like, when I do come to visit, like, it would be cool to go to LA, but it's also, like, if it's a 3-hour drive, it's going to be so much.
Exactly, yeah. One more thing with the resume. My friend, who is probably listening, helped me out with one of these things. He helped me find out my previous employment. Do you think you could call that number for me?
God.
That bottom number?
The 1-800?
Yeah, the 1-800. And if it's possible, could you put it on speaker?
Chandler. You do
Yeah.
understand I'm on the phone with you.
Yeah.
How can I call another thing and put it on speaker?
That's a good point. I'm kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't even think of it. Damn
Yeah.
it.
You're dumb.
I'm sorry, Cody.
Oh my God. Dude, I can hear my nephew and my sister downstairs. He's getting yelled at.
What are they doing? Oh, God.
I don't
what
know. I just know that she was like, "Come here." He was like, "What, mommy?"
Last night when he was messing with you. He's good at talking. How
Just
old
turned
is he
4.
again?
And
4, yeah.
my favorite thing he does is he'll be like, "It's my phone," or like my Switch. I'm like, "Actually, it's mine." He'll go, "Actually, it's Gunner's," and then he'll be.
You've taught him to throw actually
No,
into
he started
sentences,
doing
though.
that. He's done that before.
He started using actually
Yeah,
before
well,
you?
like, I think he started doing that with my sister because my sister, he would go, "Actually, it's Gunner's," and then, because I would go, "Actually, it's Mom's phone," and he'd go, "Well, actually, it's Gunner's," and then I just started doing it with him, and he'll go, "My Gilly," I'm go, "Actually, it's my Gilly," and he'll go, "Actually, it's it's my. Well, he doesn't say Gilly. He goes, actually, it's my Gilly.
Well, next time Gilly does something bad, just say that. Yep, it's yours.
Tabitha was like, no, we don't claim that dog.
Yeah, it's sometimes you probably don't even want to.
I mean, currently he's staring out my window with his cone literally up against the window, staring at.
Thank God you said cone up against the window. You changed the last 2 letters of cone, and I was about to get scared.
No, he's just staring.
Cock up against the window, in case you couldn't do it.
Out the window. Staring out the window.
Smoking out the window. You
I
dweeb.
know. I was making a play on I hate you. You suck. You absolutely suck.
I try. Well, that's fine.
Anyway, I think I like your resume, and I think it'll be great for the co-host job. I can't pay you. But I think
I can't pay you, but you have to pay to be here. Yes.
You have to pay me.
Yeah, I'll do my best to
Nah.
come up with stupid things and be
You know,
myself.
that's all I can ask for, because, like, we're, like, the same person, and it's great. Do you think that you could make half of these jokes with any... Gilly, I'm trying to be sweet right now, and you're being a butthead.
Gilly's like, quit being
Do you
gay.
think you can make jokes with anybody else like this?
Yeah, in the same way with you,
Yeah.
probably not, but I can be a silly, stupid bitch with my cousin.
Well,
and
yeah,
shit.
but, like, I'll be like, you're dumb, Chandler, but then they'll be like, Chandler, you're actually fucking dumb. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then...
Because you have to be careful with how badly you, like, talk shit about me, because I'm just
Exactly.
you.
And we both do dumb stuff, and it's great. Sometimes you're dumber, sometimes I'm dumber.
What percentage would you say?
I think it all depends on who has the brain cell. Because there are some weeks...
True.
Well, there are some weeks where you got the brain cell all week, and then there are some weeks that I have the brain cell all week, and then there are the normal weeks where it's like half and half. I think it really just... like.
And that one day out of the week where Gilly steals the brain cell and we're over here just...
What?
Watching Minions and Shrek. Actually, Shrek's phenomenal.
Shrek is phenomenal. Shrek 2, though.
Shrek 2, greatest movie ever made. And I will always fight that.
It's such a great movie. Gilly, stop.
I honestly think I might be able to quote that movie start to end.
I can do that for Incredibles. Gilbert!
I should come up with like some type of Incredibles quiz.
I'm sure there are Incredibles quiz.
Yeah, and I just want you to lose one question, and then I'm set for life.
I can hear my dad being like,
So what he was doing at McDonald's.
I could probably do the whole, like, beginning of Incredibles, like the interview.
I was just gonna say, I bet.
Okay, so Mr. Incredible, it's when they're like doing like the old quizzes. Oh no.
Then this would be pretty
it's back
hilarious.
On. Anyway, so it's when they're doing the interviews in the beginning, and Mr. Incredible, he's like trying to like pin the mic on, and he's like, is this on? And then the interviewer is like, yeah, that's fine. And then Incredibles was like, I can break through walls, I just can't. And the interviewer again is like, well, that's fine. And then he says again, I can't get this on. And then he does it, and it will cut. And then the interviewer is like, hey, Mr. Incredible, do you have a secret identity? And then Mr. Incredible is like, every superhero has a secret identity. I don't know a single one who doesn't. Who wants the pressure of being super all the time? And I believe that's when it like says like it cuts and it's like Walt Disney presents or something, and then it cuts to Elastigirl.
Well, I thought it started with her.
No.
Yeah, I won't even fight it when it comes to you in this movie.
And then she's like, of course I have a secret identity. Can you see me in this at the supermarket? Come on, who'd want to go shopping as Elastigirl? You know what I mean? And then Frozone's like, super ladies, they'll always try to tell you their secret identity. Think it will strengthen the relationship or something like that. I said, girl, I don't want to know about your mild-mannered alter ego or anything like that. I mean, you tell me you're a super, mega, ultra lightning babe, that's all right with me. I'm good.
You could redo the whole movie as Samuel L. Jackson.
And then Mr. Incredible's like, no matter how many times you save the world, it always manages to get back in jeopardy again. Sometimes I just wanted to stay saved, you know, for a little bit. I feel like the maid. I just cleaned up this mess. Can we keep it clean for 10 minutes? And then Mr. Incredible like tries to get up, and then the interviewer is like, hey, like, we're not finished. And then it cuts again. He's like, sometimes I think I'd just like the simple life, you know, relax a little bit and raise a family. And then Elastigirl goes, settle down, are you kidding? I'm at the top of my game. I'm right up there with the big dogs. Girls, come on, leave the saving of the world to the men? I don't think so. And then it does the opening and goes da 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 da, and then it cuts to the police chase.
Our viewership's dead. Unless they like know Disney enough. I know a few people who would probably enjoy that. But holy shit. Everyone else is like, I've never even seen that movie.
Everyone else is like, oh my god, I hate her.
People like to shit on The Incredibles a lot.
Oh my god.
I don't understand. What the only thing I could...
It's such a good movie. I get it.
I'll
Incredibles
fight you on that one.
Wasn't
Incredibles 2 was great.
But that doesn't mean you can... It was, but it's like, it doesn't
No, but
live
I
up
feel
to,
like it's a great continuation.
The Incredibles, you know?
Yeah. I feel like people shit on it
It's
just
true.
because it's not like a colorful, like, happy shit.
I think that's a good place for us to leave.
I'm gonna walk out the door. All right. That's a good place to leave.
Well, you know, it's a good place to leave the episode, you know? I still haven't really figured out, like, an outro, but, like, this was fun, and I can't wait to do another episode, because even though I've been putting this off for a month.
Yeah, it's totally
It's
fun.
fun.
We can come up with all kinds of stupid shit to do here.
Yeah, so, anyway, listeners, I hope you enjoyed. We'll get some more guests on, both Chandler and I. You know, we'll just have some guests every once in a while. Otherwise, this is what the podcasts are going to be like.
I got some friends who are nerds. Could be swell.
Looking in the mirror and calling yourself
I love
a
how
friend
you said
does not count,
itself,
Chandler.
and that fits better.
Anyway, Chandler, thank you for joining. Thank you for becoming my
I'm glad
co-host.
the resume worked out.
I'll figure out an outro, but anyway, have a great day, guys. Great night, whatever it is for you. I'll do my outro that I do for TikTok and stuff, which is drink your water, take your medicine, and I love you guys.